Hello, everyone. Today's mystery.
I'm a thing that's seen in the night.
My presence is felt, but out of sight,
I'm not a sound,
nor gentle breeze.
but without me,
Many things freeze.
let's unlock this mystery.
Okay, so seen in the night, that makes me think about things that appear after dark,
Right.
but are gone during the day.
Yeah, presence is felt, but out of sight.
Mm,
That means we can't really see it directly,
yeah,
but we know it's there
right.
because we can feel its effects.
Like,
Yeah, like it's a condition or a change in the
right.
environment, right?
Right, okay.
Mhm.
And it's not a sound
Nope.
or a breeze.
Uh-huh.
So it must be something else
It is.
entirely.
It's almost like a hidden ingredient
Yeah,
to the freezing process.
that's a good way to put it.
Wouldn't you say?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Without me, many things freeze.
Right.
Implies it's a key factor
Yeah.
in causing things to freeze.
Like it's essential.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what could be present at night affect the freezing process, but isn't something obvious like wind or sound?
Right. It has to be something that happens at night
Mm-hmm.
and leads to freezing.
Yeah.
We know low temperatures are needed for freezing,
Right.
but that's
Too obvious.
too obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be something more specific than
Yeah.
just low temperatures.
Yeah, okay.
What about the process of water turning into ice?
Okay.
What conditions are needed for that to happen?
Okay, so something seen at night,
Mm-hmm.
felt but unseen.
Yes.
Something that causes freezing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, could it be T-frost?
You got it.
Really?
T-frost fits all the clues.
Oh, wow.
Seen at night refers to the visual appearance of frozen dew.
Okay.
You can see the effect.
Right. The answer is
T-frost.
P-frost.
There you go.
Okay.
T-frost is the layer of frozen dew that forms on surfaces at night.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
In a room where the walls are tight,
A circular path that's not quite right.
I weave and I spin, yet never move. But let's unlock this mystery. In a room where the walls are tight? This makes me think of something contained,
Yeah.
maybe in a box or a specific area.
Right. And a circular path that's not quite right. It's definitely spinning, but not like in a straight line.
Right.
This has to be some sort of circular motion.
And then I weave and spin, yet never move.
Okay.
So it's rotating, but staying in the same spot.
Okay, something that spins in a confined space, goes in circles, but doesn't really move.
Yeah.
I think we've got it. The answer is a spinning top.
There you go. A spinning top rotates on its axis, but stays relatively in the same location.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
In twisted tales, I'm often found.
A symbol of love in every round.
I hold the key to hearts so true.
But without me, locks won't unlock you.
Let's unlock this mystery. What do we have here?
Okay, so in Twisted Tales,
Mm-hmm.
makes me think of like fantasy, right? Lord of the Rings, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Or even, myths. Myths and legends. Rings pop up all the time there.
Right. And then a symbol of love in every round. Well, that's got to be a wedding ring.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Circular represents love, so we've got rings and stories and D as symbols.
I hold the key to hearts. So true. I don't think this is a literal key, right?
No, definitely metaphorical. More like the ring represents a commitment, unlocks someone's heart, metaphorically speaking.
Okay, I get it. And then the last part. Without me, locks won't unlock you. Now we're back to a physical object.
Exactly. Think about keys. Most keys have rings attached. Need that ring to hold the key, use it in the lock.
So putting it all together.
The answer has got to be.
There you have it. Rings in stories, rings for love, and rings for your keys. Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
In secret chambers, I'm often found.
With whispers shared, but silence all around.
I'm not a voice, nor a sound so bold.
But in quiet hours, my presence is told.
Let's unlock this mystery.
Okay, so secret chambers. Right away that makes me think of hidden things, like clandestine meetings or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. But then it's contrasted with silence all around, which, I don't know, it adds another layer to it,
For sure. It definitely suggests that whatever this is, it thrives in that secrecy, like in that quiet kind of space.
It's definitely subtle, hidden.
Yeah. And then, I'm not a voice nor a sound so bold.
Yeah.
That's interesting, right? If it's not a sound, what is it?
Right. How are we perceiving it then? It almost seems like it's something you feel rather than hear.
Ooh, okay. That makes sense. And then, in quiet hours, my presence is told. This really emphasizes that stillness, right? Like it appears when we're being reflective, maybe even a little vulnerable.
Yeah. And when you put all those clues together, it has to be something that's conveying a message without being, a loud, obvious sound.
Something quiet but impactful.
Exactly.
The answer is whisper.
There you go. A whisper. It's a quiet, hushed tone of voice, and it's often used to share secrets or confidential information.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
I'm often sought, yet seldom found.
In reams of grandeur, I'm not renowned.
A gentle touch can bring me near.
But in the dark, my presence is clear.
Let's unlock this mystery.
All right. Often sought, yet seldom found. That's pretty interesting. What do you think?
Yeah, it makes you think of something that people want to get rid of, but they can never quite escape,
Yeah.
What's fascinating is the contrast here, not found in rooms of grandeur, but present in the dark.
Yeah.
That points to something that thrives in the absence of attention or, meticulous care.
Okay, and then a gentle touch can bring me near. Something easily disturbed, maybe?
Yeah, like a light breeze, a passing hand.
Revealed by subtle action.
Even the vibration of sound, and then the final clue, its presence is clear in the dark.
Oh.
This suggests visibility under specific conditions, perhaps when illuminated by a beam of light.
So putting it all together is something we seek to eliminate but rarely find ourselves free from. Not in grand, clean spaces, but where things are left undisturbed. Revealed by a touch, visible in the dark.
The answer is D-U-S-T.
There you go. Dust is everywhere. But we rarely notice it until a beam of light reveals it or we disturb it. Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
I'm often sought.
Yet never bought.
In gardens I'm found.
But not caught.
My beauty's prized.
Yet fragile as air.
A fleeting delight.
Beyond compare.
So, let's unlock this mystery.
All right.
Where should we start?
Well, often sought yet never bought.
Yeah.
That seems like the best place to start.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's not something you
Right.
can buy. Clearly not a commodity.
If it's sought but never bought, it has to be something that's not commercially available, right?
Right.
You can't just go to a store and buy it.
Okay.
So what else do we have?
Well, we have in gardens I'm found.
Ah, okay. So that points us toward nature.
In a garden setting.
Something you might find in a garden.
Yeah, it's got to be something natural.
Right.
It's not a gnome.
Right.
Or a bird bath.
Unless it's a very specific type.
Okay, but let's keep going.
Okay, yeah.
Beauty's prized.
Okay, beauty.
So we're looking for something that's visually appealing.
Makes sense.
But then it's fragile as air.
Ah, so it's delicate.
Yeah, and a fleeting delight.
It doesn't last long.
It's temporary.
So we're looking for something beautiful.
Yes.
Natural, delicate, and temporary.
Putting it all together, could it be
The answer is petal.
There you go.
A petal is part of a flower, found in gardens, beautiful but delicate, and doesn't last long.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
In twisted threads, I'm often found.
A household tool with a sound.
Cutting through tasks with ease and care.
But sharp as a knife, yet gentle to share.
Let's unlock this mystery.
Okay, so twisted threads. What could that be?
It makes me think of how the object is put together,
Like how the parts are connected.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe with like a screw or something.
A household tool.
Right. So we're talking about something pretty common, something practical.
And then there's the sound.
Yeah. What kind of sound does it make?
It's got to be something distinct, right?
For sure. It could be like a snip sound, maybe.
Snip. Yeah, that makes sense. It cuts through tasks, but it's gentle to share.
That's a good point. It separates things, cuts them, but it's safe to use.
Sharp as a knife. That definitely narrows it down.
It does, doesn't it? We're looking for something with blades.
Blades, a snip sound held together with twisted threads.
I think I've got it. Putting it all together, The answer is scissors.
Scissors, of course. A common household tool used for cutting, and often you see those blades connected by a little screw. Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
A fragile thing.
Is formed with care.
Its pieces fitting together with precision fair.
Though delicate, it can be shattered with ease.
But in its whole state, it brings us to our knees.
Let's unlock this mystery. Okay, so we have a fragile thing. Something formed with care. Its pieces fitting together precisely. What could be fragile, but also require careful assembly?
Well, it makes me think of something intangible, like a relationship or maybe trust. You have to build those carefully piece by piece.
Oh, right. Yeah, I see that. And then the next part, shattered with ease. Trust can definitely be broken in a moment.
Exactly. And that last part, bringing us to our knees, that seems to suggest something really powerful, something that can have a huge impact on us emotionally.
Definitely. So putting it all together, what could it be? What's fragile, carefully built, easily broken, and has that kind of emotional power?
It's a promise, isn't it?
The answer is
Promise.
a promise, though intangible, requires careful construction and can be easily broken, yet holds immense power to influence us. Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
I'm often sought, yet never found.
In the morning, I'm gone.
By night, I'm around.
My presence is felt, though I have no form.
A constant companion throughout every storm.
Let's unlock this mystery.
Okay.
It suggests something's always there, but we can't see it.
Yeah. Invisible, but always changing.
Gone in the morning, back at night.
Like shadows.
But we can see shadows.
True. What about, like, air? We feel it, but don't see it.
Air's always there, not just at night.
Right. Good point.
What about temperature?
Temperature. You might be onto something.
We always want the temperature to be just right.
And it changes all day long. Warmer during the day, cooler at night.
The answer is temperature.
There you go. Temperature is how we measure how hot or cold something is. It affects everything around us.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
In the morning, I'm flat.
By noon, I've curled up tight.
But as evening falls, I straighten back.
What am I?
Let's unlock this mystery.
Okay, so flat in the morning. Huh. What could be flat like that?
Yeah, it has to be something pretty thin, right? And flexible, too.
And then it curls up by noon. That's got to be from the heat or the sun or something.
Yeah, right. Definitely seems like it. And then straightening back out when it cools down in the evening.
So we're looking for something that changes with the temperature.
Yeah, I think so. Sounds like something from nature, you know? Something organic.
True. Lots of things in nature change shape with the temperature. But what gets flat at night?
What curls up in the heat and then unfurls when it cools down.
Flowers kind of do that, but they don't really get flat.
Wait a minute. I think I've got it. The answer is a leaf.
There you go.
Yeah.
A leaf curls up in the heat of the day to save its moisture and then flattens out when it's cool in the evening.
Thank you for listening.